Hi everybody, Michael here. Today's video, I just want to discuss the path going forward into 2026 and the plans for this channel and how we can make the UK a better place. So let's go. Okay, so since I started this channel, I've been flip-flopping a bit, to be honest, and trying to figure out the best way forward. I started the channel called Christ of England because I want to use the power of the Spirit of Christ to help England. But the problem with that is I am not a Christian. I don't believe in the main tenets of Christianity. I believe more in the mystic version of Christianity and the spiritual truth that Jesus brought. I don't really believe in the dogmatic side of Christianity. And that causes a bit of confusion. So I changed the name to Guardians of the United Kingdom. And that was fine, but then I still want to use the Spirit. It doesn't recognize the Spirit. So I changed it back to Christ of England temporarily. But I've been doing some thinking lately and using a bit of ChatGPT to help me come up with some ideas. And I'm going to change this name to the Logos, or the Work of the Logos UK Mission. And I think that's a perfect name because the Logos represents Christ, but it doesn't have Christian connotations. And most people won't necessarily know the history, but the Logos has been spoken about for thousands and thousands of years. If you go back to Marcus Aurelius, he spoke of the Logos exactly the same way that Jesus spoke of the Logos, or as John spoke about it when he wrote his parts of the Bible. And it's present in Hinduism and many different spiritual practices. And it's basically an eternal truth. And all the great philosophers and spiritual civilizations have used the power of the Logos to create brilliant societies. And I think naming this channel, the Work of the Logos UK Mission, is perfect because it represents the Spirit. It also somewhat represents Christ, but it doesn't have Christian connotations. And I think, to be honest, a lot of people are turned off by Christianity. And I somewhat get the reasoning for it because Christianity isn't really based on truth, and also it's been completely subverted. So if I can just move away from any religion and do it more based on spiritual truth and ancient virtue, that's a better way forward. But it also includes Christ, so it'll basically unite everyone. So whether you're an atheist, a Christian, or whatever, you can still follow the Logos and believe in the Logos and the ancient wisdom that it has. And my other channel, my other personal channel, that will be called The Way of the Logos. So my personal channel, The Way of the Logos, will be about showing people the way and looking back how Marcus Aurelius used the way, how Jesus pointed us to the way, how the early Christians used that way more mystically rather than dogmatically, that was changed by the church hundreds of years later. And that how in Buddhism and Hinduism, they use the Logos and the way. So it'll just be teaching people about the Logos of the spiritual truth and how it can help people in their lives overcome their depression and most of their problems that they face. So that'll be my personal channel. And then this channel, the Work of the Logos UK Mission, it will be putting the power of the Logos to work to help the UK. So I don't want to hear any more complaining. Everybody's got YouTube channels complaining about what's going on. Oh, look what happened this week with migrants doing this. Oh, look what Keir Starmer did this week, just bitching and moaning. Yes, you're right to bitch and moan, but we need to use the power of the Spirit to change things. UK Mission. And that's the goal of this channel, to actually make positive change. Less bitching, less moaning, more action to making things better. And with the power of the Logos, the power of the Spirit, we can undoubtedly make things better. Okay, so that's the mission for 2026. If you like what I'm talking about, if you're already subscribed, share the video, like the video to help support. If you're new and you like what I'm talking about here and you want Britain, UK to get better, subscribe to the channel. In the new year, things will start picking up. I'm going to have websites ready to go. I'm going to have places for people to join as members, and this is all non-profit. So all the donations that we receive will be used for the mission to solve the UK. This is not a self-enrichment movement. I've already poured hundreds of pounds into a lot of the stuff for this channel myself. So 100% of the money will be used for the mission. Okay. So as I said, if you like what I'm talking about, subscribe. I hope everybody as well. Let's make 2026 a year where we start turning things around in the UK. God bless everybody today, and goodbye.